It started simply enough. A project was delayed, a client asked what happened, and suddenly a manager had to find answers. So the manager did what most do, checked the project board, pulled up attendance, and reviewed the timesheets. The data was all there. Reports, logs, screenshots, and yet none of it explained what actually went wrong. Attendance tells you who worked. Timesheets tell you how long. The project board tells you what was assigned, and screenshots capture individual moments. But together, they still leave you guessing. All that activity data gives you pieces, but it falls well short of the full context you actually need to understand a workday. That missing piece even has a name: the context gap. The space between collecting activity and truly understanding how the day unfolded. Because projects don't fail in a single moment. They fail through a chain of events that builds quietly from morning through to evening. That's exactly where Work Replayer comes in, turning that blurred, disconnected picture into something you can actually see and understand. Just select the employee, pick the date, and within seconds, the full timeline loads. App icons, timestamps, and screenshots telling the story of the day. The timeline walks you through everything: morning research, a move into Figma for design, a midday client message, revisions, and finally, the completed delivery. And before you open a single screenshot, the summary panel already shows you active time, app switches, and top apps used throughout the day. Managers don't just need activity, they need context. Now, let's use that to answer the original question and replay the delayed homepage project from the very beginning. The day starts with research in Chrome, moves into Figma for wireframing by late morning, and then at 3:02 p.m., a client message arrives with unexpected revision requests. From that moment, Figma closes, Chrome reopens, and the designer has to start researching all over again before design can even continue. Zoom the bucket size down to 15 minutes, highlight app switches, or isolate Figma sessions. Each filter sharpens the picture a little more. Connecting 3:02 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. tells the whole story. The delay wasn't about effort, it was about a workflow that had to change after the client's feedback arrived. Now that the investigation is done, the manager and designer can sit down together. And that conversation looks very different with a timeline on the screen. Instead of asking, "What were you doing?" the manager can ask, "Was the brief clear enough before work began?" Evidence turns a defensive moment into a collaborative one. The team writes process improvements on the whiteboard, adds a new review stage to the checklist, and puts a plan in place so the same delay doesn't happen again. The old way meant status calls, scattered screenshots, and confusion. The new way means a clear timeline, solid evidence, and coaching that actually helps. Evidence leads to understanding, and understanding leads to better decisions. That's the chain Work Replayer puts in motion. And when that project status flips from delayed to delivered, you start to see that this isn't just about fixing one incident. It's about improving every project that follows. When managers review timelines, act on what they find, and keep clients informed, all of that flows toward one outcome: consistently better delivery. What used to mean status calls, Slack threads, and scrolling through screenshots now takes just a few clicks with a timeline and a summary in front of you. Better visibility shapes better decisions. Better decisions drive better delivery. And better delivery means a satisfied client and a manager who leads with confidence. Visibility isn't about watching people work. It's about understanding the work well enough to keep improving it. Every workday leaves behind a story. And this final chapter is your invitation to start reading yours. Attendance, timesheets, project boards, and screenshots each capture a fragment. Work Replayer connects all of them into one complete, coherent picture of the day. Every workday tells a story. Work Replayer gives you the context to understand it. And that understanding is what lets you lead with real confidence. Start your free trial and see it for yourself.